It's the Electric Fan Cave Extra, YouTube only mother truckers, and here is Heather Feather and me, Corrigan Vaughn, and our guest John Vanderhoef to talk Game of Thrones. And this is awesome because they can talk informedly about it, where I know very little and just read blogs. So Purple Wedding, you guys.
Is that why you're wearing that hat? Are you celebrating?
Yes.
You've read the books. Or listened, audio booked. You?
I've read a lot of wikis and seen every episode.
And you spoil everything for yourself, so you already knew this was coming.
That's right.
I didn't, but that's no surprise. Actually, that is kind of surprising, because normally this kind of stuff does get spoiled for me. I read a great defense of King Joffrey today, though, of why, like, it sucks that he's killed off. Maybe not a defense of King Joffrey, per se, but of why it's gonna, why it's gonna suck that he's not gonna be on it. No. All right, talk, you guys. Talk, educated people. Just let's recap. What happened?
I'm trying to think of how the episode opened. How did it open?
Did it open with Brandon? Bran as the wolf? Is that how it opened?
Bran, yeah. Okay.
Bran again? Sorry, go
Bran
ahead.
finds his tree, blah, 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 crow stuff. And then we go into
Wait,
the
Lannisters.
Lannisters.
On Bran for a second, though?
Yeah.
That boy has grown.
I know! I said the same thing!
Oh my God. They're using
Hopefully in a less creepy way than he just did.
That's right. Oh, now I'm self-conscious.
That boy has grown.
But they're using doubles for him now, in the way they have to do in The Hobbit. So when Hodor is holding him, you can see they're never showing the face. And when they have him on the ground, suddenly his upper torso has grown significantly. They can't hide the fact he's I heard something he's almost 6 feet now.
What?
Is he supposed to be really young? Is that why this is a problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's supposed to be maybe not 6 feet, but he's too tall.
Too tall.
He's too tall.
He's just too tall. Boy's grown.
Anyway, it's distracting. But you can continue. Can you continue summarizing? Sorry.
Okay, and then, no, we have to go to the other guy, the bad guy, the bastard.
Yeah.
That's not a curse. He's actually called the bastard.
We don't normally curse on the fan cave.
I haven't, right?
No, you've been very good, and I forgot to tell you that, so, hey.
I don't normally
we
curse.
talk about, dudes drunk and stuff, but just so people can listen at work, it's cleanish.
So the bastard, Ramsay Snow.
The bee.
No, not Snow.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Snow, because he's a bastard. Sorry, I'll stop saying that.
No, you can say that.
Okay.
That's not a real swear word.
Okay.
No, it's not unless it's 1950.
He was born out of wedlock. It's a big deal.
He's literally a bastard. Okay.
Yeah, he's bad. He's really bad.
Okay.
And he's conditioned Reek now. Reek the Sneak. I won't explain it all. But yeah, that was a good scene. And then they're gonna go after Bran and Mr. Snow now. So that should be fun. And then Lannisters! Whee! I didn't say anything.
I don't know.
John's just Do you even watch this show? I mean...
John?
Wait, I'm letting you go through. Do
No,
you want me to interrupt?
That's not how we do things.
Oh.
Here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lannisters. You know what? No, as long as we're on the subject of Lannisters, I'm really in love with the Reigns of Castamere right now. I keep listening to it over and over again. This is the song of House Lannister. It's played in the credits. Sugar Rose.
Sugar Rose?
Sugar Rose.
Yeah. I do like them a lot.
I believe they appear in the episode and sing the credits.
Are you serious?
I believe.
That's so CW of them.
Minstrels?
ABC Family.
Yeah, I believe they are the minstrels. I don't quote me. You can quote me, but I might not be right.
Okay.
They get pegged with coins.
Oh, that's too bad. People don't appreciate good music.
No.
King Joffrey doesn't.
No. Well.
So Lannisters.
Yeah, they're super jealous of their Jaime and Cersei. They're very jealous of each other's people right now. Mm-hmm. And I think that's so gross.
Mm-hmm. That is gross, dude.
Especially Jaime, because even though I know his storyline, I want him to be better.
He's really good. good. He can't help who he loves. I believe he says that. In
But
the
it's
first
his
episode.
sister.
No, you can help that. Like,
Oh, I mean, like,
can-
modern social mores aside.
is that modern?
Yeah, biblically, think of the Bible. Everyone was like, I mean,
They don't marry their sisters in the
yeah,
Bible.
well, they had very few choices early on. I'm sure someone was marrying.
Jamie has a lot of choices.
That's right.
Yeah, this is. I don't. Mm-mm.
He did push a little boy out a window because
Yeah.
the boy saw him doing his sister.
Mm-hmm. I saw that one.
Yeah.
I saw the first episode.
Yeah,
I was there.
I was there. I saw it.
2011
It was,
represent.
Yeah, it was
And
cray
then Cersei was sassing off to Bree, and I was like, Bree, just kill her, Bree. Because Bree, I like her a lot. Not Cersei.
Not Cersei. We don't like Lannisters. No? Yeah.
Well, I like Tyrion.
Well, that's what I seem to get the impression of, is it's just all about Tyrion.
Oh, his storyline is a little different now. Because, no spoil.
Is it spoiling, like, the books?
Yeah.
Like, this is stuff that'll be ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe...
His storyline with Shay is a little bit different now.
Well, if
Oh,
it's different,
yeah.
then that's fine, because it's not gonna, like, this TV show's gonna progress according
You can just
to
say what
this.
happened and don't say
Yeah.
how it's different. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not making rules.
In the
y'all.
show, supposedly Shay was sent away.
Yeah.
That is not exactly what happens in the book.
Not my understanding either, yeah. Based on the really
I
good
feel okay
wikis.
about you saying how that's different. I think it's okay.
Well, it kind of says a lot about Shay's character, right? And what happened, like what she, right? That's what you're referring to?
Well, and then stuff happens. Can I
Heather
say
doesn't
it?
want to spoil things. Yeah, no, say it. I think it's okay. And anyone who
ends up-
cares what the book
I will
says,
say it. No,
You
turn
wanna
off for
say
a
it?
second. There,
Do
go
you want
ahead.
to say it, John?
no, you say it. I don't know what you're
Oh,
thinking.
she ends up in bed with Tyrion's father.
Yeah.
And then he kills them both.
Wait, kills Tyrion and
No.
No,
Or
Tyrion
he
kills
kills
Shay
and
and
the
the
dad.
dad.
Oh, gotcha.
So I don't know how that's going to happen now.
My theory, and this is not spoilers, now it's a theory making stuff up.
Yeah.
I think if they don't want to totally throw Shay under the bus and recreate sort of the betrayal that's in the books, is that they'll have Tywin, Tyrion's father, maybe like kill Shay, right? Like maybe he'll kill her, and then that's when Tyrion will like he'll confront the father, but then like be so enraged that he'll kill him. I don't know. That doesn't seem like Game of Thrones. Like they're pretty like hardcore. I could see them going full book on this one, right?
Well, Tyrion's not a good person either. Like, he's a fan favorite, but if you know his storyline with, like, his original love, the girl that he did bad things. He helped gang rape his fiance. Like,
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Oh, I didn't know he was part of that.
his dad made him. His dad was like, she's a whore, so rape her. And then he did. And so
that makes him hard to root for.
everyone in the show is bad.
Right.
Sorry.
Like there's who can you
Except
like
John.
there's the girl, right? The little girl.
Daenerys? Oh,
Arya.
Arya.
Arya. Like she's pretty solid, right? Like you can root for her straight up.
Yeah.
Is that about it? Is that the only person you can really root for?
Why is Daenerys bad?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Daenerys?
Daenerys.
I'm asking you a
Oh.
question.
Oh.
I don't watch
I mean,
this show, John.
she does murder thousands, but it's sort of in the name of good, right? She's like,
Yeah.
And then Jon Snow. I mean, he might be a boring character, but he's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Arya, Sansa.
The Starks aren't. Sansa, I hate Sansa.
Disgust.
No, because in the first season, she's like, I want to be the queen. I want to be with Joffrey. And Joffrey got her dog killed and another little boy killed. And
The
she's
butcher's
like,
boy.
shut up, Arya Stark. I want to be with him. And I'm like, okay, fine, you go be with him. And now she's with Crazy and she deserves what she gets. So
That's fair.
A little hard line, but all right.
I'm okay with it. Yeah, what else?
Oh, good characters. That's
No, I
about-
mean you don't have to harp
Oh.
on it. I was just asking for my own
so the rest of the
edification.
episode,
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
happen. Things happen.
Yeah.
yeah, so the wedding.
I don't know
Oh,
why
so-
people go to weddings in this universe
I
anymore.
know, right? If you're in a Dothraki, like, what is it? At least 3 people are gonna die.
Right, like if I lived there, I'd be like, I'm not going. I'm staying home.
I know. Thanks, but no thanks. I'll send a gift.
Yeah, you're lucky if everybody doesn't die.
Just don't send a book, because then it'll be chopped up.
I don't know what that refers to, but
He chops up a book
okay. Well,
with a sword.
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
Yeah. He
He
doesn't
would.
appreciate
Little
good
bastard.
literature.
Yeah, I believe it. But let's talk about it. Okay,
Were
Purple
you
Wedding.
satisfied by his
His
demise?
death?
He was poisoned, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I always pictured
Hella
that scene
poison.
happening inside because I haven't read the books. And so when it happened outside, my mind was blown.
That made all the difference.
Well, I had a very, and the way people were seated, I just imagined the whole thing differently. I like the makeup.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was really good.
What makeup?
His death makeup.
Death makeup.
Oh,
Like, it
He
keeps
looked-
getting worse every time they cut back to him. Until, like, I don't know if they do this with CGI, because somehow they make his left eye kind of, like, lift and look up. And so it looks like, like, something's, no one's home. But
no one's home.
Look at the
It's a good
weirdest
euphemism.
nosebleed, though.
Yeah.
I've never seen a nosebleed like that, ever.
Well,
It was like spider, like
Yeah.
a web.
it's because he's evil. That's just how you bleed when you're evil.
so those
But I-
are, major plot points.
And only in the second episode.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, my God. What's to come?
Yeah. I mean,
Lots to come.
when you read or listen to the book, like, is this chapter 2? And then they move on from here? Or is this closer to the end of the book? I mean...
No, they could have done this last season, honestly.
Oh, okay. So they actually delayed a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to have Red Wedding and this in the same...
Yeah.
Season.
And seasons 3 and 4, the third book, from my understanding.
Okay.
Like, Storm of Swords, I believe, is cut up into seasons 3 and 4.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm not positive.
I mean, it's not perfectly because they are, I believe, like certain scenes at the end of season 2 are part of Storm of, so they're like sort of like being casual about it, but I think that's generally where we are,
Okay.
right? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I looked
I'm
this
going
stuff
with
up.
John.
Yeah, well, he's the one with the Wikipedia knowledge, so you got that going
Collective
for you.
intelligence.
Yeah, it's often I know more about things when I Wikipedia them than when I like read or watch the movie or show.
It
So
distills it all.
yeah, you get all the information you need. But it sounds crazy. So was that the end of the episode too, or was that like in the middle
Well-
and then you're dealing with the rest of it?
No, that was the end, and then Cersei's really mad at Tyrion because she thinks he killed her son.
Okay.
So
yeah.
she's demanding his head. So
Right. And do we know whether he did or not?
I know whether he did or not.
In the show,
Okay. In
we
the show,
don't.
though, do
I'll-
you know?
They
Well, you kind of do. Kind of.
Well, they throw a line in to sort of like suggest he's like, wait, he says something along the lines that sounds threatening about Joffrey. Oh, we'll have to find a way to pay the king back.
Right.
Under his breath at one point.
And so you're supposed to be like,
And then he's humiliated for probably 10 minutes. It's a long scene.
Yeah.
Like,
But then the other guy shows up, so then you're like, oh,
oh yeah.
what other guy?
the guy.
Gosh.
So we don't know who he is. There's just like a guy.
Oh, we know who he is.
Oh, okay.
Sansa rescued him when Joffrey was going to kill him when he was a jester, right? Was he a jester?
He was a knight, and then he.
Oh, it was a knight.
He showed up drunk. Is that the guy
Yeah.
you're talking about? Yeah.
The drunk.
Yeah. And now he's a jester.
Okay.
So wait, why are we talking about him? Because
He shows up at
shows up.
this thing, and we don't know whether he is
He's
a
significant.
responsible party or a red herring.
Is he significant?
Yes.
Oh, see, I thought the significant players.
Where's your Wikipedia knowledge now?
Well, it's Wikipedia. Yeah, there's always flaws. No, but I think we're meant to suspect Tyrion. I think we're meant to suspect the guest. What's it? The Red Knight. What's his name?
Oh, the guy.
Yeah, the sort of like free loving kind of guy. He's like a hippie with short hair.
From Dorne.
Yes, from Dorne. He's supposed to be, I think, for the person who doesn't know what's up, he's supposed to be suspicious.
Okay.
And then there are some other people that should be, I don't know if they're suspicious or not, but because I know more things. But anyway, yeah.
So this is now like one of those murder mystery dinners.
Yeah, I think that's what
They've done it.
they're doing, yeah.
Someone there has a card that says, "It's you." gonna come to the wedding and be the person with the cards. It's like, you get to poison him. Yay!
We forgot there's also a brief scene with the Baratheon, jeez. The red woman and his...
Oh, yeah.
Is that to the scene, to the woman, to like, I don't...
The listeners are all like, these people don't know what they're talking about.
Yes, we do.
Stannis Baratheon. Okay, there's a scene
Yeah,
with him,
Stannis.
and then they burn Stannis' brother-in-law alive, and with a bunch of other people because they still believe in the old gods. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of see, I was watching it with my girlfriend, and she was like, wait, like, Stannis seems like he's pissed off. And I'm like, yeah, like, he doesn't like doing these things. But he has seen things in the fire that make him believe that whatever this red woman is telling him, he should follow. But he doesn't, like, he's not a bad person. He's a just...
He's bad.
Well, he's bad. I mean, like you said, he's bad. But he's also, like, morally complex, I think. More so than... No?
No, he is, but he's still bad. He did a lot of bad things. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not saying he's like a Jon Snow.
He's no Jon Snow.
No.
But I like that he put his foot down with his daughter.
Yeah.
Because his wife is kind of insane and super fanatical about the red lady, the red woman. And she's like, our daughter's wicked. And he's like, that's my daughter. Don't touch my daughter. So I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Another relationship I love, we didn't get it in this episode, but the relationship between his daughter and the Onion Knight. I think that's great.
Onion Knight. These names, you guys, like, if you're just, like, listening and you don't watch this show, like, this is
even
ridiculous.
Is that even right? Maybe he's more like the captain of onions?
His friend?
Yeah, his friend.
Okay.
Wait, is that...
the captain of onions.
He wears his fingers around his neck. Whatever.
His own fingers?
Yeah.
Why aren't they on his hands?
Legend has it. So Stannis was holed up in his tower, maybe, yes? Yeah, and during the wars with the Targaryens, maybe. And that's when the Lannisters sided with the Targaryens, I believe, at the time. So Lannisters were attacking this, and anyway, they were starved because they were like under siege for weeks. And the Onion Knight, he was a smuggler, sailed in with all these onions and fed Stannis' men and kept them alive because they were already eating the dead, basically, I believe. And
they still had food.
Right. Afterwards, Stannis punished him for being a smuggler. So he cut off, I believe it's like these top digits right here. And then he forces him, or he didn't force him, but he wears them around his neck to remind him of the life he used to live. But at the same time, Stannis made him a knight because of his brave duty. So I love, and it's a great character.
Stannis is a douche.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds like it. Sounds like a real tool bag, if you ask me.
So what do you think of the episode, Heather?
I liked it. I wanted Joffrey to be in more pain.
Yeah.
There was a scene, I don't know if it was last season. Maybe, yeah, it was last season with the prostitute.
Yeah.
I really liked her a lot. Do you remember her? She was pretty. She was involved and
I'm trying
stuff.
to think of her name. It starts with an R, maybe?
I can't remember her name.
The prostitute is like the least descriptive thing.
No,
but she was a significant prostitute.
Okay.
And she was not in the books, right? Or she was, but it wasn't significant at all.
Not significant, like they made her in the show.
Yeah.
And he did
Ray. I wanted to say her name was Ray.
terrible things to her.
Okay.
And I wanted that to happen to him. Even though I knew it wasn't going to,
Right.
I still wanted it to be worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. But I mean, like, he's aware, though, right? Like, it's not the kind of thing where it's like all of a sudden he's just like, you know, when you're watching something and some horrible person gets like shot in the head and they just die and you're like, well, that's not fair. They didn't even get to know they were losing everything.
Oh, no, he knew. He was dying, yeah.
That's the important part to me, is that you have like a moment to like realize you brought this upon yourself.
And I guess, like, I liked that he died thinking it was Tyrion because he was, you know, pointing him out.
Yeah.
I like that he thought it was him because it was kind of like justice.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You want justice. You've come to the wrong place.
Oh, hello!
It's an animal.
Yeah, I got it down
Yeah.
here.
Little creeper dog. Any other thoughts, you guys, or is that it for?
This has been a good season so far.
Season
I'm really
2.
excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last season started really slowly and didn't
Yeah.
have a lot going for it, but so far they're just. I mean, gosh, what do we have to look forward to? Massive battles. I don't know what else.
Dragon.
That was a really short list. What do we look forward to? Battles?
Battles. Dragons.
a lot of battles.
Dragons.
Dragons.
Yes.
There be dragons. That's good.
It's a
Well,
great show.
great. Thanks for watching this Fan Cave Extra. Thank you, John, for sticking around to discuss the Game of Thrones. Heather, do you feel satisfied
I'm satisfied.
getting it out there?
I'm satisfied.
Okay, good. Check us out, Electric Fan Cave, electricfeast.com. Peace. Hey there, fangirls and fanboys. It's an Electric Fan Cave on electricfeast.com extra. Corrigan Vaughn here, and I'm too sick to record a full episode, but I want to make sure I properly introduce you to my girl Kristen Latterell after she got the shaft for our chat with Avery Holton last week. Kristen, I apologize for neglecting you. I hope
It's fine.
Yeah, I hope it's some consolation that I was called out for it on the YouTube, and that listeners embraced your presence wholeheartedly in last week's episode.